Now is the time where we're gonna roll out our dough. It's been 30 minutes and we're going to roll it out so it's gonna fit in this pie plate. Normally it's good to use wax paper or parchment paper, which I don't have either of course, right? So I'm using saran wrap again. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. We're going to take 2 more pieces and put it on top. We take our rolling pin and we roll it out. Well, then I felt the ease, but then I'm not too hard to please. I guess you couldn't come and greet it. And I was shocked to look up and see. I think that that's big enough, so we're going to transfer it into our pie plate. Now, there are a variety of ways you can do this. I'll show you the way that I think is easiest. And it's a good dough. It's pretty easy to work with, this recipe. So that helps. So let me show you how to do this. I'm going to wrap the dough around the... That was a success. The fruit is ready as well. So now that we have our ready bottom half of our pie, we're gonna dump our fruit in. So it's kind of gotten kind of mushy looking. And then the recipe says to dot some butter on the top, which means just taking little slices of butter and kind of laying them around the top. I don't know really why this is done, except that I know that butter usually makes things better, so I won't question it. Now we're going to do probably the most tricky part of this pie, which is the lattice top, which looks really pretty. I've only ever done this once before, and it worked out really well. So let's see how this turns out. Okay, so I've rolled out the top layer of crust and cut it into strips, and here is our pie. So what we want to do is very gently, sticking a little bit, lie this across. We have them all going in one direction like that. Now you ask, how do we get it to weave back and forth? Well, I'll show you. So what we want to do is take half of them back, or every other one. So if we take this one, that means we want to take this one, oops, and we'll take this one, like this. And then we take one of these guys and we lay it across. So we might come pretty close here. Okay, and then we take it back very gently. This one fell off. So that is our first lattice. Okay, and then we want to take the opposite one, this one, this one, like that, and go back over. And I didn't know what to say. I just couldn't believe it. Ta-da! We have our beautiful lattice top pie, as you see here. So then what we want to do is pinch the edges to make sure that it's all going to stick together. And then we just want to trim around the edges. So the very last step before we put our glorious pie into the oven and hope for the best that it turns out well, we are going to do an egg wash on the top, which makes it look golden and brown when it comes out of the oven. So I just have an egg yolk, a little bit of milk, and a little bit of water to water it down a little bit. Normally I would like to put the egg wash and put some coarse sugar on it, but I don't have coarse sugar, so I'm going to use regular sugar. It makes it kind of crispy and pretty. It'll be like sparkly a little bit. So I'll show you. Just take the egg wash and gently put it on top. Very good. All sort of coated. And then we'll just take some sugar and sprinkle it on. I like a lot. Okay, so our pie's done. We're gonna put it into the oven, 400 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. Now I doubt that. I think it's gonna take longer, but we'll check on it. Alrighty, so into the oven. I was sitting there, I had a comfortable